I genuinely find it crazy how quickly my mindset shifts from I don't want to do this workout to I'm so glad that I got out here and did this. It takes such little effort. It really is just like that one decision of just actually getting up out of your comfort zone and just doing what you need to do. It's like everything just gets so much easier after you get the workout out of the way. Such a weird thing. It's like, why is it so difficult to just get in that zone, just get in that headspace? It's like we all know what we need to do, but it's hard to always actually do it. And I feel like that's most people's problem, including my own. It's like it's not an information problem, it's an implementation problem. I feel like as soon as you start to shift your mindset from I know what I need to do to just do what you need to do, everything gets so much easier. All right, it's the start of the new year, January 1st, 2026. I couldn't be more excited. I know you guys are probably excited as well. There's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world, but we still have ourselves, we still have our daily actions that can ground us, that can give us the mindset and the environment that we need to succeed. So despite all the things that are happening in this world, it's up to you to shift your mindset into what you want, into what you need to help you get what you want, right? But the whole point of this video is something completely different from that. It's less of a motivational speech and more of an information topic that I see a lot of people need, specifically men, right? I am a man. I cannot speak for women on a lot of different things because I'm not a woman, as far as I know. So the things that I want to talk about in this video is related to fitness, specifically nutrition and training. But the whole purpose is to talk about growth hormones because it is something that is very underlooked and is a huge problem in specifically American society today for all men, young, middle-aged, and old. It's a huge problem. A lot of the things that we eat cause us to feel sluggish. We don't have any energy. We don't have any motivation to work. It, rewires the chemicals in our brain, changes our brain chemistry to make you not want to do certain things, to make you feel lazy, and it's just not good. Deteriorates your body, deteriorates your mind, and in result, you make no progress, and because you make no progress, you fall off your goals, you fall off the new habits that you've applied, and sometimes you're left in a worse position than when you started. So that's why I want to talk about this today, because I found myself in the exact same position. When I started in 2023, a little over 2 years ago in November, I was dealing with depression, I was dealing with anxiety, like crippling anxiety to where I could barely go out in public without having these panic attacks. I struggled with a lot of physical problems, with my gut, with my brain fog, with lack of muscle growth. Thankfully, seeing a lot of progress. But I had a lot of problems, and I'm now in a position 2 years later where I feel like I can actually talk about the things that I've applied because I've seen the results. And I now feel obligated to help other people because I see that it is a huge problem in today's society. And that is not knowing if your hormones are in check. For me personally, they were completely out of whack. I was below the average testosterone levels, and that's what was causing a lot of my problems, and it's what's causing a lot of problems for other men. I can't speak for women because, like I said, I'm not a woman, as far as I know, and the problem for them is similar. It's estrogen related, right? But until you know what your numbers are, what your baseline is, any of the goals that you're about to set and work towards mean very little. They're not worthless, but they mean very little, right? It's always great to to exercise and to eat healthy and to sleep well and all those different kinds of things. But until you have a baseline that you can use as a reference, you will struggle. It will make it so much harder. If I had the information that I have today 2 years ago, I generally can't even tell you how much further I would be off. I would be so much better off. And it can be a little frustrating, but I'm also extremely grateful for the lessons that I have learned and the results that I've achieved. And it's all due to knowing that my problems were related to low testosterone. I was eating terribly just to like put on weight, right? I was doing the dirty bulk, just trying to eat as much as I possibly could, 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day of just garbage. And not only was it, not giving me the results, I actually was not putting on weight. I was putting on fat, but just no muscle, nothing else, right? It's pretty logical now. But I was also feeling like shit. Like I had no energy, I was anxious, depressed, all these different things, right? And until I really started to switch out my nutrition and focus on putting foods in my body that my body actually responded positively to. So, if I ate something and it made me bloated, cut it out. If I ate something and it made me super hyper and, a little nervous, cut it out, right? You gotta keep an eye on all the things that you're putting into your body, not just from a nutritional standpoint, but also from outside sources, right? The things that people are telling you, the things that you're watching, the things that you're listening to. You need to be very attentive to what you consume, what you let into your environment, into your space, because that all has a huge impact on your mindset, and the mindset is what controls the rest of your body, right? If this is good up here, everything else will start to flow. Your body always follows the mind. And that's why it's so important that you have this nutrition dialed and your training dialed and your sleep dialed. But more than anything is the nutrition. I like to think that nutrition is literally 80% of the battle. The other 20% is the sleep, it's the supplements, it's the training. The nutrition is so important. That is why in today's society, it's so easy to purchase junk food and it's so hard to buy healthy food. They know this, right? Like they're genuinely trying to make it harder for you to live healthy, because the more healthy you are, the less money they can profit off of you. Think about it, like your doctors, your dentists, if you were always healthy, you wouldn't really have to go in for all these checks and pay for medication and things like that. Like that's just not something that's necessary. So for them, it's beneficial to, make you sick and then sell you the solution, which is the solution, right? It's a Band-Aid, because usually you end up just being dependent on those medications and you just end up feeling worse than actually solving your problem. So my whole point of this is to get your testosterone checked if you're a man, get your estrogen checked if you're a woman. But my focus is men, right? The reason why I say that is because I have more information and experience in that specific field, and I want to help people the best that I can, but I can only do that if I've actually achieved the results myself. So I highly recommend you spend the $80, however much it costs. For me, it was $79 to get my testosterone levels. I wish I would have done it at the very beginning because I didn't realize it was a problem, like I said. But now my levels are around 900, 848 a couple months ago, and I've applied even more things, so I'm positive that I'm well over 900 now. My baseline years ago was 480, so I did have it tested, but it wasn't tested when I really started my thing 2 years ago. So I really wish I would have had an accurate number, but these numbers are so crucial because everything in life can be correlated to numbers, right? When you really understand the numbers, and I'm not talking about like you need to have a degree to understand this shit. Like it's pretty simple. When you get your baseline, let's say for me, it was 480, right? That's my starting point. Now I start applying the sleep, I start applying the nutrition and just the daily habits and optimizing my sleep and my energy throughout the day. And if I do that for an extended period of time, not only are you pushing the old version of you away, but you're starting to step into this new version, the best version of yourself. And when you apply those habits and then you get tested again after, let's say 90 or 180 days, you can see the stats, right? You can be like, okay, I started 480, I did this, and now I'm here. I've doubled my results. Pretty straightforward. And I think that's, yeah, it's just step one, right? I think that's generally the most important part when it comes to any fitness journey. It doesn't matter if you're doing 500 push-ups a day to build muscle, or if you're running to burn fat, if you're running miles. It really does not matter. Like, you need to have these growth hormones at least checked, right? To understand your baseline, because then once you have your baseline, you can understand, okay, this is the cause of my problem. And I highly recommend getting all of your hormones checked, but if you're gonna check one as a man, get your testosterone checked, because it is the most important part. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say for today. Kind of a long video, but I think it's very important for people to understand this, because the levels for the average male today is extremely low. It's scary, but it can be fixed, and it really doesn't take that long. If I were to have known, like I said, and I would have tracked everything, I think based off of other people's success stories, I probably would have doubled my results within 6 months. I think that's a pretty realistic standpoint if I would have known what was going on and how to actually solve it. Because I've heard some success stories of other people where they understood that testosterone was a problem, they got checked, they did all the habits, so they changed their lifestyle, right? And then they got the results. There's people out there that have 1400 testosterone naturally, which is very achievable if you really are strict, but even just having anything over 800 will literally change your life. Like, it changed my life 100%. It's the best decision I ever made to be as strict as I possibly could. It's not always fun, but life is hard. And I think that if you're more willing to do the hard stuff, your life gets easier, I truly believe that. So whatever your goals are, fitness related, business related, make sure your health is in check. Always get that stuff dialed. And yeah, if you have any other questions, let me know down below in the comment section. Appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya. On a side note, look at how beautiful it is out here. Insane. It's like a Windows wallpaper. Gorgeous.